Hello, I'm so excited to talk to you about one of my most favorite school/office working from home supply, and that is pens. I love pens, mostly because I am still somebody who takes notes often. I don't do digital notes very well, and I still use a teacher planner that I can write in, and so pens are just so yummy to me. They're my favorite thing. And honestly, my family, my husband and I have been using Pilot pens for a while now. We would go to Office Depot, Office Max, Target, Walmart, all the places, and scoop these up. And so when Pilot reached out to talk to me about how I can showcase some of their amazing pens, I just was like, absolutely, I'm on board. Please let me talk about pens. So this brand of Pilot pens, let me zoom out a little so you can see, or zoom in, I mean. They're called FriXion pens. This is actually the FriXion clicker, but they're called FriXion because they are erasable. So you see here, you have an eraser. And so these specifically, the clicker, you just click on the side to have your nice point here. And I wrote the word hi here, but you can see I'll just take the eraser and bada bing, bada boom. Yep, I know. And so we all know that this has been a year like no other. And so having something that could help you erase all the mistakes or all the change in plans or all the things that are, not staying the same day to day kind of gives you a little bit of peace of mind. So let me just showcase a couple of these pens for you today. So this was the FriXion clicker. Like I said, this would be kind of like what I would take notes in. I use this when I have to sign things at school or work. But these FriXion fine liners, oh my gravy. And these are also erasable. You see the eraser here, but check out this point. Let me get it zoomed in. Look at that. Okay, so let's test it out. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. We're just going to write hi. And then, so this is so smooth. It's almost like a marker. Just like really nice. Oh, look at that. I know. So these are the fine liner. Amazing. But I want you to wait, and I want you to wait. I want you to see these. These are called color sticks. Now, I am currently switching in between these two in my everyday planner use. I am using these two to do my note-taking in my planner or for my, I don't know if you're like me, but I like things to kind of have a little bit of sass, a little bit of fun. So when I take notes, I like to color in, or when I have to write things down in my planner, I like to color in. So these are the color sticks. This is a 07. Look at that point right here. Let's see if it zooms in for you. I have a funky background. So similar here, right? There's a different kind, a different point than the fine liner, but let me zoom in so you can see this in action. Again, these are the color sticks. So here we go. It is so smooth, y'all. It's like butter. But again, these also erasable. So here we go. Right? So cool. I'm obsessed. All right, so these are the pens, right? So you can go between different colors. If you are like my husband who is obsessed with the G2s, you can get your G2s. These are G2s, but not erasable, but G2 gels. You can find these at Target. Beautiful. I like these designs. All right, but let's talk about taking notes and being able to erase. These are FriXion Light Pastel, and they are highlighters, y'all. And they come in these really beautiful colors. Like, just get me excited about spring. Look at this one, too. It's your typical kind of yellow color. All right, now let's say you take some notes. And this would be great to use with your students, if you're a teacher, or if you're working with your child at home. One thing I love to reiterate to my kids is that mistakes happen, and that's the reason for erasers, right? Like, we have erasers because mistakes happen. So it's important for them to not feel the pressure of everything being right all the time. And so I know that a lot of times, especially in upper elementary, highlighters come into play a lot in the classroom. You're highlighting vocabulary that you're learning in a text, or you're highlighting the important pieces that you want them to remember. But mistakes happen. And we know from our use of highlighters in the past, you can't erase, but you can with friction light. So here, let's say I've highlighted something here. Let me zoom in so you can see that. I've highlighted something here, and then, oops, I didn't mean to erase. I didn't mean to highlight that part. Let me just erase it. Are you kidding me? Like, think of how much grace we can start to give kids by utilizing materials and tools that, are just day-to-day normal, pencils, markers, pens, but then we also give them the forgiveness of an eraser. And I really think, like, we know that teaching in a pandemic means things are changing day to day, plans change, dates change, availability changes. And so when we help our kids understand that too, and I know that this seems like maybe a stretch to think of like having a pen with an eraser, but it does give kids peace of mind, I know when I have my students practice with pens in the past, I've just said like, okay, write the sight word. Let's say the sight word is "and." And if you misspell it, just cross it out, right? But some students really don't like making mistakes. It really bothers them. And so having pens with erasers kind of gives them peace of mind to be like, okay, I could just erase it, go back and fix it. So I'm a big advocate of mistakes happen. That's why pencils and now pens have erasers. So check out these Pilot FriXion pens. You can find them at Walmart, Target, your local office supply store. And, let me know in the comments what you think. Which ones are up your alley? Is it the FriXion Color Stick? Is it the FriXion Fine Liner? Like, which one is just, for me, the highlighter is just chef's kiss. Like, I have never had an erasable highlighter in my 37 years. And this is, I kind of want, like, can I go back to school now? All right, so let me know in the comments which is your favorite, and take care, stay safe, and see you soon.